Hi everybody, it's Jules and I want to welcome you back to part 2 with Donovan.
Hi.
Okay, so I know kind of throughout your journey, what part did the site visits play into that? Like, do you think that helped spark an interest in IT or not necessarily?
So actually, I would say heavily, only because when we went to, what was that? Diagnostics?
DMC?
DMC, when I saw their database, I knew it had something. I have something here with technology.
Okay.
And I connected with, I think his name was Marco.
Okay.
Either way, I talked to him for a really long time and he basically just explained what his job was, what he did, and I was like, I could do that. You know, like I felt that about a lot of things at the time,
Yeah.
obviously, but it was like, I don't know, I feel like it opened my door a little bit more to saying, when Erica initially brought it to me, I was like, okay. You know, it made that decision a little bit easier just to know roughly what I was going to be learning and what I was going to be doing,
Yeah.
if that made sense.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
plus, it also taught me a lot of the things that I did not want to do.
Okay. Would you say that that was just as valuable, being exposed to
Definitely.
all the things and realizing, no.
I was like, okay, all right. So I know what it feels like when I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Not saying it's a bad job,
Right.
but I am saying
It helped
not
you.
for me.
It helped you be confident in knowing that you could check things off your list of.
Of like, oh, okay, no.
Yeah.
Okay, that was cute. No.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I really love that. You are one of 2 students that has perfect attendance. So what has like kept
gets
you?
me up?
Yeah. What gets you up?
Honestly, I've always been that person I like to think people can rely on.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I like to think that when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You can't, not a lot of people can get me out my character, but one thing that will get me out my character is saying, well, Don, you don't do what you say you're going to do. Yes, I do. I have perfect attendance to prove it. And so, I don't know. It's just, it's a joy to be here. I genuinely, when I first got into the program, I will say, I told Robert, I don't want to know any of these kids. I don't want to know anything. I just want to focus on what I got going on. But then as I started, like, obviously being around them more, and they're nonstop, like, talking to me and saying stuff like, hey, da, 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 and it helps that I know people too.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I guess you guys are cool. You know, like, I truly enjoy myself. Even on the construction site days, like, I know I'm not going to be no construction worker,
Yeah.
but I can always find a good time.
That's
Even just wearing the
awesome.
PPE and walking around with my floofy hair and running around with a shopping cart. Like, I don't know. There's always like a positive to
Yeah.
being here.
What do you think you've gained from the independent living?
I would definitely say like cooking
Okay.
wise, I've been opening. So going into this, I always told myself I'm not a cooker. I'm not a cook. I'm not a cook. I told my partner I'm not a cook. I told Robert I'm not a cook. I've always had people to cook for me. Everywhere I've went, I've always had, but then now I'm sitting in a situation where it's just me and Robert and I can't always get him up. So what are we gonna do? I was like, okay. So it was an adjustment, definitely. But being okay with being with like myself was also a big factor. Cause I also noticed that I don't really like, it's not that I don't like being alone, it's just I prefer people.
Yeah.
I prefer people. I feel like when I'm alone, it's like I start thinking. I'm like, oh, okay. But definitely being okay with being alone, especially when I know Robert's doing his own thing, Jude's doing his own thing, and like just to have a place that I can go to, no matter what, nobody can kick me out of here. Being okay with being by myself, having that power, and learning how to cook. Being able to know what it takes to take care of a house, buying what soap I'm gonna decide on, or, you know, what's more discounted? Do I want the name brand or am I gonna settle? I settled. You know, it's just realizing how bougie I'm about to be. I wanna ask you a question.
Ask away.
So what was the biggest thing that you've seen from this year compared to last year? Like, what was the biggest change you would say?
Yeah, I think your 2 classes have been very different. just in, I think, personality maybe, and what each group has kind of clung on to. I think the site visits this year have been really cool, and we've gotten to see like you guys explore and discover new things, and we've gotten really good feedback from the companies on that as well. You guys asked a lot of great questions. That's something that we hear often of, like, they were so curious. They were great conversationalists. They were asking awesome questions. So that's been really cool to see. And I think too, the internship experiences have been
A lot better.
have been awesome. Like, we had Sophia on a little bit ago, and just hearing her story and hearing your story of how, you discovered this is not what I want to do. And that's the whole goal, is you guys being able to sit in that position for 3 months and find out I could have just made a huge mistake. And then your second internship, I love this. This is amazing. This is what I want to do with the rest of my life. Like,
And it's absolutely crazy to hear, like, my coworkers, because they tell me their mistakes. Like, obviously we have conversations and they go, yeah, no, I actually went to school for 4 years and did all of this, and now I ended up here, like,
Exactly.
and I'm loving this. So it's like, when I tell people the goal of the program, and like I tell them the whole point of what we're trying to do here, they think it's amazing. They think it's absolutely wonderful, and that they wish they would have had it.
yeah.
So it's like, that kind of puts me in like a grateful feeling, I guess. It's like, I got the opportunity that I know a lot of people didn't.
Yeah.
Even just the select few that you guys did decide to do, I know there's people that had to be left out.
Right.
They
Yeah.
just can't support that many people.
Yeah. I mean, you're one of 60 people in the country that have had this opportunity. I mean,
And that's crazy.
when you break it down and think of it that way, like, no other people your age get this opportunity to try out things.
To just explore, Before life it seems like out of high school, life just gets so serious.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, you got to figure it out now, because every day you're just wasting potential. And I feel like fifth year kind of gives you a second to say, hey, you will not die tonight. It is okay. You are okay.
Yeah.
And just to kind of keep going,
Yeah. Take a deep breath.
Even if it's not what you want to do right now, keep going, because tomorrow's always a new day.
Yeah.
At least to me, tomorrow's always a new day. I could do different decisions. I may not did the I may not made the best decision today. I'm sorry. But
Yeah.
tomorrow will be better.
Absolutely. Do you feel like mentally you're in a better place than you were when you started the program?
Definitely. I was crushed.
Okay.
I am so serious when I say I didn't even know what I was going to do. I just knew I didn't want to stay living with my grandmother. I didn't want to stay in the same predicament. I didn't want to sit in the same place and stay stagnant, because I seen what happens to people who get too comfortable.
Yeah.
You don't grow. And that's the sadness of it. Like, when you sit and stay with what works for so long, you look back and you say, dang, that's 30 years. Not to say that's not an accomplishment,
Yeah.
but I am saying, what did I do with those 30 years,
Right. You blink and
I blink and it's gone.
yeah.
No, I want to look back and I want to say I took every opportunity, and I took everyone seriously, and I made sure that when it came to me, when you see Donovan Antoine on a plaque, he was known for amazing things.
Yeah.
Always.
I love that. And like, that is honestly so true of you. Like, I can say that you are one of the hardest working people that I know.
Thank
It's
you.
like, truly, like, you take things seriously, but you have so much fun doing it. Like, you have such a
And
joy.
that's the point.
Yeah.
That is literally the whole point. I'm not saying I'm not going to take you seriously, but I am going to say we're going to have a little fun.
Yes.
It can be fun.
Yes.
Obviously, when the cards are on the table, I pay attention and I do what I have to do. But
Yeah.
I also realize that doesn't have to be life. I know I've seen a lot of adults in my life who let that joy, that light leave. And I'm not saying that's a problem, but I am saying, for me, I don't ever want my nieces or nephews to say, like, what? Like, oh no, Don's just grumpy. What? Like, grumpy about what? Like, you know, like, I live today how I want to be in the future.
Yeah.
I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. So that means, yes, I have to go to the gym. And yes, I have to work. And yes, I have to move. But honestly, the habits you build today is just who you are in the future.
I think a lot of young people your age struggle with the things that you're saying. What advice would you have for them if you haven't said it already? Like,
So, and with that, I feel like it's either you have it or you don't.
Okay.
Like, not to be rude, but some people, there's a clip from Rick and Morty, and I know crazy I'm referencing this, but it was this therapist, and she said, well, some people are okay with getting up and going to work, and some people they rather die. Like, some people they really rather not work and do all that, and some people are okay with it. I'm okay with being the worker. I'm okay with showing up, and I don't have to be head honcho, me like light on me, because I know I bring my own light. No matter if I'm the boss, whether I'm the worker, no matter what I do, I'm happy and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. My occupation doesn't change who I am.
yeah.
It just doesn't, unless I hate my job, which I'm in the 5th year. Why would I do that? Like, so it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It's just, you have to have it in you. You have to decide what's important to you. You have to clear your schedule. No one's going to force you to. No one's going to force you to show up. No one's going to force you and hold your hand and say, you have to do this. Because the truth is, you don't. You don't have to work. You don't have to show up. But I'm saying, for my name and who I want to be, and I know this is going to get dark, but if I passed today, what would they say if they walked up to the little thing? What would they say? I would want them to say he was positive. He was a light. He showed up. I never had to worry or think about if he was going to be there for me, whether we were close or not.
Yeah.
You know? And I like to think that so far my decisions, my actions have shown that.
Yeah.
So it's like, as long as I know I'm doing right and I know what's right, it don't take a genius.
Yeah.
It don't.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so where do you see yourself at the end of the program? What's next for you?
So I talked to my partners about this, actually. At the end of the program, I'd like to see myself getting an apartment.
Okay.
Living on my own. I would love to see myself at Directions Credit Union. If not, I would love to see myself with my CompTIA certification. I would love to see myself pursuing IT and just continuing my education, knowing that this is what I want to do and what I'm learning is actually going to be valuable to me.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do. Succeed.
Yeah.
I just want to figure out my love and keep going. Like I said, I didn't really say it here, but on my presentation, which you will find out, I talk about a lot about like self-love and like loving myself and figuring out who I am. Mm-hmm. And I feel like a lot of this program was going into that.
Okay.
What am I going to accept? What am I going to do? When I have too much on my plate, how am I going to react? You know?
Yeah.
And safe to say I haven't broke yet. Do you have any big changes that you're going to do for the next set of 5th year that you seen wasn't working so much in this year?
I think continuing to take your feedback and the incoming students' feedback just as far as like what they want to experience. You're amazing. And like, if we could clone you, we would, because you have the drive and desire to want better for yourself, to know that you're worthy of that. And so I think one of the biggest things moving into next year is how do we teach students grit and resilience and knowing that you can get up out of bed every day and
hit it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah. And so how do we help unlock that?
Align that.
Yeah. Unlock that for people.
I would say.
So that's kind of the mindset that we're going into next year with.
Well, thank you. This was really nice.
Thank you.
I feel really good telling my story just because it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
That's why I wanted to have you on, and you might be my favorite, but
I know. Alrighty.
Well, thank you so much,
Of
Donovan.
course. Thank you for having me. This was really nice. Very therapeutic.
I'm glad.